Hi friends, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Deborah's Money Journey. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Deborah and my channel is a documentation of me sharing my financial journey, whether I'm paying off debt, whether I'm working on my retirement or any of my other goals. I will show you how I save money and then what I do with that money to apply towards those goals. I have been on these YouTube streets for 4 years. It's been a long time. And wow, I didn't think I was going to stick with it this long. There was plenty of times I was going to say my goodbye. I was going to walk away many times. I'm not making that up. But something about accountability, holding myself accountable, that kept ringing in my ears because it's easy to say you're going to do this, but when the camera's off, that's a different story. A lot of times people fall off the wagon when they're not recording. So there's two purposes for recording. The first one is accountability to yourself because people are watching you, they're depending on you to make sure that you are saving and working on your goals. And then the second thing is that you actually reach the goals and you can pay off that debt and you show us finishing those challenges, putting them towards your goals. That is also a huge plus. So the budgeting community has really helped me because guys, I keep having these mishaps where these unexpected financial situations keep popping up. And I just dealt with one the other day, and that was my car. I had to get new tires. If you know, like I know, tires are not cheap. So again, another $1,000 was something I had to pay out. So I just keep having these unexpected things, these emergencies, and it always comes down to money. I have to pay out for something. One thing I'm really grateful for though is that I have been accountable to myself for 4 years. I have been saving. I have been putting money in my sinking fund. I have been putting money in my cash envelopes, and it has made me feel very calm because if I didn't have the money, guys, I would be putting all of this on a credit card and stressed out that I'll never get those credit cards paid off. And I know that I can float a lot of these expenses with the cash I have saved in my accounts. And I think that's the greatest joy to me that I've ever had since I've been doing this, is that knowing that I have those funds and they're here sitting when I need them. You know, when I was, before I started my channel, I really didn't know what an emergency fund was. I had a savings account and then saving for all these different types of categories, like for your car, saving for birthdays and Christmas. That was very foreign to me, but I just took a leap. I started doing it. And again, wow, I've never had to finance a Christmas. I've never had to use credit cards. I have money, my sinking fund. Oh yeah, it took a hit, don't get me wrong, but my auto maintenance sinking fund was able to cover the tires, and I am just really happy I'm able to keep going with this. So I guess I'll be sticking around a little longer doing this. But if you would help me, I want to get to 3,000 subscribers. I think I need about 300 and maybe 50 subscribers, which is a lot. But one by one video at a time, I'll get there. So spread the word, share my channel, tell your friends to subscribe and support. I would appreciate it. And thank you to everybody who watched my live yesterday, the other day. Wow, you all are amazing. I was doing a test live just to see if I was going to get the hang of a live, and people started popping on saying hi, asking questions. Thank you. This village is so amazing. It's so beautiful. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you, Lisa J. Stocks, for the super chat. That was my first super chat, I think, since I've been monetized on YouTube. So thank you for that gift. I really appreciate it. So thank you all so much. I could start calling names and I'm gonna miss somebody. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So I just want to say, you know who you are. Thank you so much for being there, supporting me. I appreciate you all. And more to come. I'm gonna do more lives because I think I got that initial fear out of the way, so I can do it. All right, so I'm gonna be working on my retirement savings, guys. It is time to stuff for the month of June. I know we're almost through, was definitely over midpoint for July. So I've got to get the June cash dumping done, and then I'm going to count the money and move this to my Roth IRA. And I'll probably move a couple of $100 out of here to my home sinking fund. I think that's good because I've been spending a whole lot of money. So I'm going to do that. I made an executive decision. All right, guys, I hope everybody's doing good. Okay, so I have a total of 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 5, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 500, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. $544. You know what? I think I have all the $5 bills. I have a lot of fives in there. Okay, so I'm going to take these envelopes out so that I can make it easy on myself to cash stuff. I find it works a little easier because this binder is kind of big and it takes a lot of space up. So we'll do it that way. Okay, so took those out, and then I'm going to move this to the side, and then I'll stuff that back when I finish working on all of these challenges. Okay, guys, the first challenge book actually is my Savings Butterfly Challenge book, and it has lots and lots of challenges in it. So I'm going to jump through. And I'm gonna go to the page. I love that it's bound so I can, you know, get the pages. I don't have to have it open and taking up even more space. But look at this. It's the August Saddle Up Savings. Look at all of these fun icons here. There's boots and hats and what is this called? Disco ball. You're supposed to start here and work your way around. This one is $90. This is a save $90 challenge. So let's start here. 4, 6, and then we have another 4. Do I go here? Well, 5, 6, 4, 5, and 4, and a 7, and 8, a 5, 7. There's more down here. 4, 4, 4, and 8. I think I got all of them, and that is going to equal $90. So let's grab $90. Okay, 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, and 90. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick it in here because I am gonna count the money at the end, and I'll let you know how much money I saved over the course of the last 2 months. That's how I do it. I save for 2 months. Then I move the money to my investment account because I don't want it sitting in the binder not working. It needs to work, okay? I'm filming this on a Saturday, so what are you all doing today? Did you do anything with your family? I had a pretty chill weekend because it's very hot. Today I went to Kohl's and I did get a few things. So they had, you know, a pretty good sale going on. And I went to Sam's Club yesterday and I actually made steak for dinner and it was really good. So every so often I'll get in the kitchen and cook something. Not all the time, but you know, sometimes I will. Okay, this is the $4,200 challenge from Lisa Grateful Me. And we are saving $1 at a time, one little square at a time. So today I already colored in the 13s. I'm going to do 6 13s. Colored those in. And so that equals, make sure I'm checking my notes, $78. Okay, so I'm gonna add $78 to my sloth. And again, I color it in because I use colored pencils. I don't want to use a, let me see, do I have change? I don't want to use a marker and mess up my paper. Okay, 78, 80. Okay, $22 is going back, and I'm gonna grab this. All right, guys, my next challenge is the 20K savings. And if this is your first time, I am working on some hefty goals here. I'm trying to save $25,000 for my retirement and investment accounts this year. So I'm using some pretty hefty ones to try to reach that goal. And some of these challenges, I was working on them last year, and I'm just gonna keep working on them until I finish them. Okay, so these are $20 icons. There's 4 of them here. I'm gonna finish all 4. And this one is actually a $20,000, yeah, $20,000 savings book. That's how much money you can save on this one. This comes from the Almost Organized Owl. And I have been working on it a while, but this is a road to retirement savings. So that's the whole point. Just keep saving until you get to your goal. Okay, so I see there's $20 in here. So let me go ahead. No, I'm just gonna use some of these 20s. Okay, so $80, 20, 40, 60, 80. There, I'm gonna use that 100 for later. Okay, $80 going into the road to retirement, $20,000 savings challenge. Okay, my next challenge is save 2026, which means you save $2,026. This also comes from Nita the Almost Organized Owl, and you can't do it without her sheet that you break it down by different either quarters or seasons. And so I'm a little behind. I'm probably not going to finish this one this year. Maybe I will, but I'm not going to worry about it if I don't. And so I'm going to go ahead and finish up 24, 20, 28, 18, and 26. I'm going to do those 4. I just put a little mark on them, and then off camera I'll color them in. So the total for all of those is $116. So let's go ahead and add $116. That's 100 and 5, 10, 15, and 16. Okay, let's move these dollars up. Why not, right? Okay, $116. And I've been doing this all year. I have saved a nice amount of money. I think my last update, I don't know what happened to my views last time. My quarterly, well, actually my monthly investment updates usually get a pretty nice amount of views. This month, boy, it was really rough. So I think it's summertime. What do they call it? The summer slowdown? I don't know. Just my views have gotten really low lately. My subscribers have almost halted. Nobody's subscribing. It's very discouraging sometimes because you put a lot into these videos and into your content, and you always just hope that you're going to keep growing. That's the whole point of doing this. You want to grow. Like I said, I know I said accountability and, you know, making sure you hit your goals, but growth is a big part of that too. All right, so this one's finished. Okay, my next challenge is the 12-month savings bundle. And this one, we are going to start the month of July. I think I finished, what was the last month I finished? Let me see. I finished up May. So we're going to start July, and these are $10. And so for now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 8 of them. So we'll do 8. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. $80 going into the month of July. $280 is what I'll have when I finish this one. So let's grab $80, 20, 40, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 80. Wow, lots of 5s. Okay. which is good. Sometimes you need the change. $80 going into my 12-month savings bundle. Okay, guys. And my last challenge is the Save 2026. This one comes from Reynolds Budgets, and this is a similar Save 2026 because it's 2026, but this one is broken down in different amounts. They're rather large depending on which month you're working on. So even though we're in July, I have not finished all the months, and I'm not really following the months to the T. I'm just going to work on it as much as I can. I think I have, let's see how much I have left here. 20, 45, 55, 65, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. I have $80, okay? So with $80, I'm gonna be able to do, so let's just do these two 40s, and that'll be the $80 I'm gonna add to this one. I don't know why I thought I had more money. I hope I didn't miscount something, because I should have had 100 instead of 80. But I have 80. 20, 45, 55, 65, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. I have $80 in this one. Okay, I think this goes here. Okay. All right, so this one is done. I need to take all this money out. I'm gonna count it and tell you how much money I am going to be saving and sending to my retirement accounts. But before I do that, it is time for the Santa cash bag, cash stuffing. I gotta add some money to this bag, guys, because somebody is going to win a bag full of cash. And I think this is about halfway filled of cash. There's a lot of money in there. So we're gonna just keep adding more money. And what you do is watch my videos, watch my Christmas in July video. It will explain all of this. It's a giveaway. And you just have to watch my videos to see if I'm putting money in the bag. And then keep track of how much I'm putting in there, okay? All right, so let's go. I'm gonna add this money to the bag. Okay, give it a good shake so the money can settle down, and so I can end up adding more money as we go. All right, I love this giveaway. It was a wonderful thought to just fill up a bag with cash and see who ends up getting that bag full of cash. Okay, I'm gonna be pulling the money out of these envelopes so I can tell you how much money I saved. And this is always the exciting part, to see how well I did for the last 2 months. Then I start saving again for the next month. And really this is for May and June, so I need to be saving for the month of July and having money set aside for that. Okay, let me make sure there's no money in any of these. Okay, no money, no money, no money, no money. Okay, all right, and put those over here. And we have a nice stack of cash here. And so let's put this in order so I can quickly count it. Okay, guys, we're back. We're gonna count the money. So let me tell you what I have here. I have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 20, 40, 60, 5, 75, 85, 95, 900, okay, 905, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. That's $1,000, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So $1,013 saved. That will be going to my investments, and that's for 2 months worth of savings. So this was not bad. I mean, I have done better in the past, but I'm not going to complain. That's a pretty healthy amount that's going to be going to my investment, my Roth account. And like I said, I'll probably take a couple of hundred and just put it into my home savings because I've been spending like crazy out of that account. So I just want to add a few dollars back to it. But other than that, we are on track. Retirement savings is going well. Well, I want to thank you all for joining me. It's been a packed video. I appreciate you all again for supporting my channel and always coming just to say hi, because that keeps me going. All right, friends, until next time, I'll see you all later. Take care. Bye.